Hello, it's Andrea, aka Chocolate Dimples, and today I want to talk about using your pain. As humans, we know we all go through something setbacks, hardships, rejection, neglect, loss. All these things are just part of the natural human experience. How often do we actually look at those experiences and use them to fuel our life? It wasn't until a few years ago that I made that decision to use the things that were really hurting me, whether it was going through the divorce, um, becoming a single mom, having to redo how I live my daily life, having to relocate back to my hometown. It was so many things that happened. Long story short, a lot had happened. And I was just like, what am I going to do with this? I feel like I just had years and years of just constant, just bad experiences. Like, at what point does this thing lighten up? Well, it doesn't. It doesn't lighten up. It doesn't need to lighten up. What needed to change was my perspective on those experiences. I'm going to use a friend of mine as an example. Today, I just got a book of his in the mail. Here it is. The Great Search for Friendship. His name is CJ Ward. And I'm rather partial to him. That's my buddy. Love him to pieces. A few years ago, he had a crazy accident. Blew out his both knees. Who does that? Both knees at once. And he was forced to sit down. This is somebody that was a former collegiate phenom in the long and triple jump. He was outstanding. And here he is, can't walk at home. And he could have, easily just got frustrated with life and just gave up. But what happened was the pain and the frustration that he had during that moment, those moments, those dark days, he used them. And started to channel them into writing. I mean, this guy has 13, 14 books. I can't keep count. And I'm sure he's writing more. Whether it's getting a graduate degree, and starting a sports clinic, to help people get in shape, whether it's doing motivational speaking and writing music. He has an album out. Just using all that, sitting down that time, what seemed like a bad thing was a great thing. He was able to cultivate his gifts. And I draw a lot of inspiration from that. I have several friends like him who have just amazed me in taking the things that would normally break a person and keep them down, to use them to stand up, and then stand up even taller. I know when I came home from when I relocated after filing for divorce, I was like, oh my God, I got to start over. And I'll tell you, I have not been a fan of my hometown until recently. Tulsa's all right, but I feel like I've kind of like tapped into the energy of the ancestors who made Tulsa great at one point. Yeah, I'm proud to be a Tulsan now, and especially a Black Tulsan. And I found the courage to stand up and to fight for my life. Because divorce it sucked. I can't lie. It was horrible for me because I'm like, I never saw myself as being a single parent. However, it showed me during those dark moments where I was crying and upset, and I got to see who I am. Because it's funny how you find out who you are in your toughest moments, not when things are going great for you. It's easy to be smiles when everything is easy. But to smile and have a genuine smile when life is beating your behind, yeah, it takes you to another level within yourself. I still can't believe that I applied for the Black Upstart this past February and got in and finished and secured a business loan for myself, start for my startup. Because I was going through it during this time and trying to figure out, still trying to figure out what am I doing with my life? How do I use all of this? So I went back and I found it's like I started to find myself. I started to remember the person that I am was made within all of the pain that I've dealt with, all the rejection from childhood, all of the frustrations, all of the mistreatment, all of the ups and downs, all of the neglects, and all of this stuff was making me for this moment to walk in my purpose. I didn't realize that my purpose was found in my pain. My passion was found in my pain. And my suggestion is for any of you who are going through something, find what that pain is trying to teach you about you. Whether it's self-inflicted pain, do you need to change your environment, change your perspective? Are you the problem? Or are they the problem? And what are you going to do with it? How are you going to become the best version of you? Because I told myself, next relationship, the best version of me is coming in that joint. My friends are only going to get the best version of me moving forward. But I found that who I was in the pain. So I had to learn how to use that pain. So I suggest you use your pain. Don't run from it. Don't ask for it to be over. Ask for strength to go through it, push through it, and persevere. Just like I have and continue to do, like my friend CJ, who I tell you his book is actually on Amazon. You can find him at cjwardcreations.com. And hey, use it to grow and to become who God destined you to become before the beginning of time. So all I got to say today, peace and blessings.